Hello, I'm Crickets and welcome back to I Have a Story. I'm here to share with you today how these bales of hay and straw and clover help get rid of the mice and possibly rats. I've heard there's rats here, but I've never actually seen one, but I've seen my share of mice. And living out in the country, that's part of living in the country is mice, but also it's part of living in a lot of cities. So how do these bales of straw and hay and clover get rid of the rats and the mice? Well, I had a tractor that I was moving, that I used to move the bales with, and I just pick them up and dump them over the fence for the animals to eat and let them to make their own beds. And in the wintertime, one rolled off the front of the tractor and rolled down a hill. I couldn't get to it because it was wintertime, and on the hill, the tractor wouldn't go through the hills, and I just let it sit there. But by the time spring came, that bale of hay was starting to decompose and turn into compost. And I just said, okay, well, I'll go grab that bale when I can get to it in spring. And when I did, it fell apart. I was going to put it on the side of the yard and just let it finish turning into compost and makes good soil. But when I went to pick it up with the tractor, it fell apart. And what came out of it? A whole bunch of snakes. And then I felt bad because whether I like an animal or not, I feel bad even swatting a fly because that's still life. So I had a moral dilemma there. And I took what was left of it and what I could scoop up and moved it over to the side yard. But then I remembered a saying.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Because I'm fortunate that the snakes we have here are gardener snakes. And I'm not a snake person, but I'm also a pro-life person. Doesn't matter what that life is. Yeah, I kill flies, I kill mosquitoes, I especially kill ticks. But that's also part of where doing the research, part of what I've learned from my understanding that a big part of where Lyme disease and diseases come from with ticks, they get them from rodents. So that felt better, knowing that there's less rodents. Even if I didn't work to get rid of the tick population, at least there was less chances of them contracting a disease. But garter snakes, they're not aggressive. They don't hurt anybody. And even doing the research, I even was curious. Immediately after that happened, I said, I'm curious, will garter snakes eat mice? And it seems to be a mixed review on that. Some people say yes, some people say no. AI has told me yes, but it's possible that they will. The food is food. So all I can say for sure is I don't have any more mice. It's been, 3 years now? And in the fall, usually in the fall, the mice move from outdoors and try to find heat and come inside. I mean, in the fall time, there'd just be so many mice, you just hear traps going off left and right. I set up traps now and I get 2 or 3 mice in the fall. That's it. So I'd have to say those snakes actually did something. I mean, I used to watch mice have parties on the living room floor and run around left and right, run through the yard. Even got a cat at one time that still did not touch that population of mice. But after I found that you let these compost and decompose, and there's heat inside of this as the decomposes on the inside, them snakes really like that heat and that warmth. Unfortunately, it's still not quite warm enough where everything's woke up yet, so that's why I'm feeling comfortable sitting on this. Hopefully I don't get bit in the butt on this one. But I'm not a big snake person, but there's nothing to be afraid of if the snakes aren't dangerous and they're not aggressive. So I let them be. I have a handful of these sitting around my yard, and in the actual summertime, you can see holes open up where the snakes start coming in and out, and they'll sit right in the holes and just kind of look at you, and they crawl around on the ground. I'm more careful about stepping on them than I am at all fearful of getting bit by one. They're not aggressive by any means. My dogs chase them around, and snakes just run from them. They don't attack my dogs. They don't attack me. There's nothing to worry about. But on the positive side, I don't have any more mice.